ain't your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
right, Vigilante Nation, welcome to the World Center of Racing at Daytona International Speedway. We're getting set for tonight's round 2 of the VRL Vanquish Series. My name is Alan Vaught, along with Ricky Wittenberg in the booth, and we'll be bringing you all the excitement and racing action tonight. And we're going to get you started now with some session details for this event. All right, folks, so tonight's race, we're going to have 85 laps. That's 213 miles. The competitors are limited to 70% fuel. They do have unlimited tires across the wall, and they're going to get about their fuel window about 20 laps or so. They do not have, or excuse me, they do have one fast repair should they get themselves in trouble tonight, and the incident limit is at 25 and 6. And should we need it at the end of the race, there is one opportunity for a green-white checker. And let's go with the race info for weather tonight. Get it to pop up here, Ricky. So it's going to be, it's fairly cool. 73 degrees is the air temp. Track temp is 75. That's probably going to change over the course of the race. It is quite humid at 80%. And we have a variable wind of 5 to 6 miles per hour out of the southwest with partly cloudy skies. Additionally, tonight, we do have 5 onboard cameras for you. We'll get an opportunity to take a look at those right now, so you can see maybe your favorite driver is among those who we're going to take a look at tonight. First one up here, we got Kyle Vaught in the number 16 truck, sporting a lot of red motif there, Ricky.
Yeah, it looks like the red mist. He's going to have to get up on the wheel tonight.
Hopefully he doesn't end up with any actual red mist tonight. And then we're moving on here. We got the 29 truck, the always talkative Mr. Dave Mayberry with a little Super Speedway Killer is back in the background there on his whiteboard.
Wins one Super Speedway race, and now he's the Super Speedway Killer.
Yeah, for sure. So that's 2 of our competitors. Let's see what the next one's going to be. Dylan Bryant. He has a nice, unique view where he's looking basically almost off of the top of what would be his seat, I would imagine, looking down over top so you can see him operating the real world gear, and you can also see his monitor simultaneously. Let's see, who else do we have? That's 4. We got one more in here. And it may have dropped off, folks. So we're going to get back over and take a look and get ready for this race. But you can see these guys are out there. Ricky, are you ready for some unadulterated speed from Daytona?
Oh, yeah, always ready for Daytona. It's going to be a good race. Much rather be up here watching it than on the track, because it's the track that can drive you insane. Not as wide as Talladega, so when you're having to try to find a hole to go 3 wide, it's a little bit more sketchy. The tri-oval's real sketchy. So, most of the time at Daytona, a lot of guys just try to stay out of trouble for the first 80% of the race and then try to race that last 20. But then we're going to have guys like Albert Anderson, Mike Adamson, some of those guys, they'll probably want to be racing up front all night.
Yeah, folks. So the other 2 cameras that we do have, we'll get to them during the race, but you have the number 10 truck of Andrew Cawthon, and then also the number 68 truck of Dustin Wade. Right now, what we're watching is the qualifying runs of the different trucks, and we're switching between the most exciting. You might get a quick glance at your favorite drivers that are out there trying to maintain as smooth a line as possible. It's all about keeping that wheel straight here, Ricky, and not hitting or not scrubbing off any speed by turning that wheel too much or not running the right line.
Yeah, it's all about trying to just maximize every inch of the track you can at Daytona and not scrub any speed in qualifying. That's the key. Right now, the guy that's done that the best is Dion Jones on the provisional pole right now. We've still got a lot of guys qualifying, and I just jinxed it because John Gallagher shoots to the top of the board.
Yeah, it sure did. And then Mike Adams is up there in the 2nd position right now. So just talking about the characteristics of this track, it is a 2.5 mile tri-oval configuration that NASCAR uses here. The surface is asphalt throughout, meticulously maintained for high-speed drafting and pack racing. Excuse me. It's virtually flat. There's not a lot of elevation change here. We are at the beach, so at sea level, essentially designed for sustained top speeds and aerodynamic strategy. And as far as the banking, it's 31 degrees in the turns. You have 18 degrees within the tri-oval area on the front stretch. And then the backstretch is at 3 degrees. And as I previously mentioned, the nickname is the World Center of Racing. And it is home of the marquee event for NASCAR, which is the Daytona 500. It opened in 1959 as a purpose-built super speedway conceived by NASCAR's actual founder, the original founder rather, Bill France Sr. And the high banks enable 3-wide racing, sometimes 4 if you really get crazy, at over 190 miles per hour. The restrictor plate is now called the tapered space, is used to keep those speeds within reason. I think Bill Elliott, if I'm right, Ricky, still has the top speed at this joint.
Yeah, I believe he does. It's not quite as fast as he was going when he done it at Talladega, but he's still, I think, he had maybe 209 or 210 at Daytona for a lap average. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, for sure. We just saw momentarily there. Actually, let's jump over there and take a look at America's driver in that 99 truck. We got a special scheme on there for us tonight, Ricky. He's sporting the VRN on the hood there. Vanquish all over the side, and just really showing his support for this league, and we appreciate that, Albert. But normally, he's a super speedway king. I'm not going to be shocked to see him if he happens to shoot to the top of the leaderboard here.
Yeah, it looks like he done the throwaway first lap, and he's going to try to pin it on the bottom here this second lap, and holding it pretty close to the bottom. We'll see where he jumps up to on lap 2.
For sure. So drafting dictates everything in your destiny here. The slipstream is king once these guys get into traffic, managing that air and creating alliances. We do have teammates throughout the field, but sometimes your friends are where you find them, especially when it gets down to the very end of this race.
Oh yeah, you've got friends all the way until the last couple of laps, and then it's just whoever you grab onto.
We'll see what kind of time he gets here. I should expect him to. He's down low now. Should have been the money lap. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, up to the top. In the second place.
Got the second.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be disappointed in that. You know how he is.
Yeah, it looks like he'll still get start maybe on the front row or at least near the front. So I'm sure he'll be happy with being near the front if he's not at the very front.
Yeah, you expect he's going to be in contention tonight, assuming that everybody's able to keep it clean. He doesn't get caught in anybody else's mess. Right now, we're on watching Chris Gomes out of Charlotte, North Carolina, go out for his run. I don't know if he's on the first or second lap here since we caught him midstream. We'll see how he runs. I don't see him in the top 10 right now, so I'm assuming he hasn't put down a lap yet.
No, I think he's on his flying first lap right now.
All right, folks, we got a lot of viewers out there. If you like this type of racing, we're here every Wednesday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you would, give us a like and a subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the Vigilante Racing League action. The 2 leagues, they have a Premiere Series on Wednesday night, and then this series on the Vanquish Series, rather, on Friday night. And check us out at the Vigilante Racing Network for all that action, plus special events like this weekend. We have one tomorrow, actually 2 different 6-hour races tomorrow, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. Like we got George Rincon sitting there. He's racing out of Cumming, Georgia. Is it Cumming or Cummings? I think it must be Cumming, Georgia.
I think it's coming.
He's just waiting. I wonder if he's waiting for the temperature to fall or something. Sometimes guys will try to play that or see if the wind dies down a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like, there's only 1 minute and 58 seconds left, so I'm not sure he's going to get time lap in here.
Yeah, that's probably not possible. Well, folks, while you're in the chat tonight, please talk to us. Ricky's going to be monitoring it closely, along with our race admin, Lori. She's in there making sure that we don't miss anything that you have to say. We'll read your comments live on the broadcast. Let us know who you think is going to win as we get to the end, or even just pull who you're pulling for right now to make it up to the front and be victorious tonight here at Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona is such a but there any play track's a wild card, but anything can happen at Daytona. Albert Anderson is definitely going to be up front because he's always up front at the plate tracks. But I think it's one of those things where he's so good. It's kind of like what Dale Jr. was in the early 2000s, him and Michael Waltrip. Wherever those DEI cars went, it seemed like everybody followed them. And when you're good and you have people that'll push you without hesitation, that makes it a whole lot easier on you. Not taking anything away from him, but when you get to that point where you get that respect from everybody, it really elevates your game, especially at super speedway.
Yeah, it certainly does. And he's got fans in the chat right there, family usually every time. Seeing a chat from Miss Edith Anderson saying hello to Lori, and that she likes the paint scheme that Albert put on his truck this week. Absolutely. And if we don't see him already, I'm sure we'll see the rest of the Anderson clan pop in here shortly. Yeah, Joseph Canellis in there pulling for Albert, the number 99. That's about it so far. I know we got more people out there, so folks, chat us up. Like I said, we'll get you on the broadcast or answer your questions. Shouldn't be long, and we're going to get our grid.
Yep,
looks like
we
there
just
it
went
is.
official.
Here we go. So, okay, let me get this thing set here for a second. So, folks, tonight, Dylan Bryant held on to the top spot for that pole position. Second place, Albert Anderson. Third place, Colin Decker. Jacob Alicia in fourth. Larry Dickerson fifth. Kyle Vaught up in the sixth position. Aaron Warren seventh. Dave Mayberry eighth. That's a great run for Dave. Dustin Wade in ninth. Andrew Cawthon in 10th.
Got Chris Gones in 11th. Scott Milner in 12th. John Gallagher 13th. Mike Adamson 14th. John Schoenbachler in 15th. Jonathan Osborne 16th. Dion Jones 17th. Mike Alfaro in 18th. Mike Everidge in 19th. And Tom Barish in 20th.
In 21st, we have Jesse Redding. 22nd, Jeremiah Burke. 23rd, Trevor Robertson. 24th, Derek Welch. 25th, Chris Warren. 26th is George Rincon. And rounding out our field is Luke Chadwick in 27th. We got a good field here tonight. We were kind of wondering about that when we first popped into the session there, Ricky, if we were going to have a pretty good turnout. And 27 trucks, it's pretty good.
Yeah, anytime you get close to 30 at Daytona, Talladega, it's going to be a good race. There'll be probably multiple packs form and be a lot of hard-nosed racing.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about a little bit. We saw some folks towards the back that you might not normally think would be there. We did have some penalties from last week's race. The 53 of Jeremiah Burke, the 21 of Derek Welch, and the 44 of Chris Warren. They all got penalties from last week. They were just involved in some contact that resulted either in damage or a spin of a competitor. Hard racing, hard-nosed racing, that's going to happen from time to time. Nothing nefarious, folks, about what they did. We're just trying to keep everything super clean, if at all possible, but we're still going to have racing and we're still going to have these incidents happen from time to time. But this being a super speedway, with the likes of those folks I just mentioned, I'm pretty sure they're going to find their way to the front.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some really fast guys back there besides the ones that were penalized. It looked like Jeremiah Burke starting near the back. Trevor Robertson didn't qualify. So you've got some guys that'll definitely be making their way toward the front.
Right now, we're looking back at the field off of the hood of the 51 truck of Dylan Bryan as we get ready to come around and take the green. We get about 20 laps, roughly around 20 laps of fuel tonight. So we'll see how the strategy comes into play this evening.
Yeah, I mean, 20 laps means a pit stop, like a splash and go at the end of the race. If somehow they ran without a caution, which, not likely, but they've done it before.
And once we get going here, folks, and underway, we have a clean start. We'll be going through the field from time to time to make sure you know where your favorite driver is running. You get to see them on the track. Make sure you support them in the chat, and also comment on the video within YouTube even after the race is over. It always helps us highlight this league, highlight these drivers, and the effort and talent that they have.
Got a note from the admin that George Rincon forgot to change his number tonight. He's still in the Goodweiser Goodwrench looking truck, but it's a number 97 on track.
And we are green. 51 takes off right now. 99 right there on his door. Not much of any advantage there. He's going to get it in turn 1 here. So far dead even. We're 2 by 2 all the way through the field there. We should be probably for the first lap or so anyway. And if we keep it green, I think these guys will probably be pretty calm at the beginning of this race, not wanting to take too many risks, understanding that they only have one opportunity for fast repair, but even then you don't want to be behind the 8 ball, so to speak, and not have one in reserve for the end of this race.
Dustin Wade bailed out. I understand what he's doing, but he's got to be careful not to lose the draft, and that might cost him the draft right there.
So we'll take a look, see if he did. He's way back in the field here, and I was mentioning previously we had a camera for him, so here's a camera for him. He's a top-down look as well. Good look at his immersion with three screens there, and also good looking setup he's got going. Football fan apparently too. Is that no? That's a racing helmet, I think. Yeah, he's going to lose the draft, I think, Ricky.
Yeah, Burke is going 190 and he's 185 off the back, and Burke's the next to last truck. So unless they somehow slip back, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, you see his dashboard right there. He's only doing 187. Doesn't sound like a lot off of the speed, but here that's gonna build up pretty quick on him. You take a look at the track map. He's already starting to lose that pack. That's unfortunate. He'll probably have an opportunity to get back in this. Back up at the front, not much has changed. You got Decker out there on the outside, challenging for the lead. 51 is still maintaining that lead position. Anderson has now dropped back to the 4th position. Keep it clean. Oh, somebody else just went out there.
Mike Adamson's doing it. He's dropping back.
See if he fares any better about being able to hang on to the draft there. He might be okay.
I think he'll be okay.
And one interesting thing I found about being the last truck in a line, it is harder to maintain the draft if you're not careful than it is to be at second to last. I'm assuming it's just got more drag on that rear spoiler. He's going to be okay there. In an ACR design Chevy.
Back up.
You see off the distance, so you see 68. All right, while we're back here, let's go ahead and take an opportunity to go up through the field. So there's Mike right here running in 26. He's 12 down from where he started, but obviously he dropped back there purposely, not liking what he saw, most likely, out of his windshield. Moving up to 25th is Jeremiah Burke. It looks like he's just taking it easy right now, Ricky, doing the same thing maybe Mike is doing to see how this kind of works out and not wanting to damage his truck.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of interesting that the guys that tend to hang out at the back, they do it pretty much every race. And it reminds me of NASCAR back in the day when you would see Terry Labonte, Carl Edwards, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton. Some of those guys, every single plate race would go to the very back and just hang out. And we kind of have the same thing here in the VRL and Vanquish Series, where it's pretty much the same guys would go hang out at the back, and the guys that want to race, they always try to stay near the front.
Yeah, for sure. So right now we're on board with Chris Warren in the 44th. He's up one spot from where he started, running 24th. Luke Chadwick is in 23rd. He's up 4 positions from where he started this evening. Tom Barris in 22nd out of Gulf Coast, Mississippi, running 22nd. 21st, DW, Derek Welch, up 3 spots. Expect to see him charging towards the front there. And then the 97/ actually 28. He didn't change out his paint tonight. Lori mentioned that earlier. +6 from where he started, running in, actually, it's going back and forth between 20th and 21st. Jesse Redding, up 2 spots tonight, running in 19th. Trevor Robertson up 5 so far, running at 18th. And Mike Everidge is running in the 18th, 17th position there. Deion Jones is, you know, he lucky he might have the pole this evening, and that was very early on. See, he's still up one spot from where he started right now, running in the 16th position. Then we have Michael T. Alfaro. He is up 4, running in 14th position. He's just passing Jonathan Osborne right here out of Woodbury, New Jersey, running in 15th. Actually, I skipped one here as they pass from John Schoenbacher, the closer. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky, running in 14th right now, just basically riding, keeping his truck clean. John Gallagher up one spot, running in the 12th position out of Roseville, California. Scott Miller from Pittsburgh, Indiana, running in 12th, just going back and forth there with John Gallagher. Andrew Cawthon, Bartow, Florida, running in the 10th position. Chris Goins out of Charlotte in that 38 machine. He's up 3 spots for the night so far, running in 8th. You can see Kyle Vaught up there, and it's like a Kellogg's cornflakes looking design by D&D Graphics. He's running in 7th tonight, down 1 spot so far from where he started tonight. Aaron Warren at 23rd. Now, did we ever figure out if Aaron and Chris are brothers or father and son? Do you remember?
I believe they're brothers, if I remember correctly.
He's right there running in the 6th position, up 1 from where he started tonight. Jacob Alicia, he is down 1 spot right now out of Indianapolis, but he is running in 4th, so he's in great shape. Larry Dickerson, looks like he's got a new machine tonight.
Yep, that's a D&D Graphics special.
New, good-looking machine. I like that shade of green or aqua. What color did you use on that one?
It's a couple of gradient shades of green, kind of color changing a little bit with the metallic silver.
You can get a little closer to it. There's a little bit better shot you can see there. But see, they're starting to break out a little bit on the bottom line there. A little momentum loss on the top lane. I don't think that's going to last. So a little bit out of shape there. That's a 99 truck. A little bit of a wiggle. So that got his attention. Well, about 10 laps into this, you don't see this very often in the officials. This type of racing, this pack, a tightly bundled up pack here, not wrecking each other. You just don't see that in the officials very often.
No, and a lot of it is because either guys are way too aggressive or they just don't know how other guys race. And the more these guys race around each other in the league here, you learn their tendencies, and it does make it easier to race around them.
So there you have it, folks. The 99 machine is at the front of the field out of Washington, D.C. America's driver, Albert Anderson.
Oh, there's going to be a wreck. Osborne, he caught it. There's guys in the grass, though. Derek Welch shot the middle, and went 3 wide on the backstretch, and they was just come together.
Like we see it right here. Take a look from maybe the back deck of that vehicle. We're on board with Chadwick. We can see what. Oh yeah, right. Derek Welch got it. A little bit of touch. Luke was going to go on the defensive there. Almost got himself out of shape, but he was just trying to make sure he was going to be able to miss the wreck, which didn't happen. Now he's lost the draft, unfortunately. That was a wreck that didn't happen.
Yep. And that's why a lot of times we get mad at guys, they say ARCA braking because you're ARCA braking through a wreck, but if they don't get sideways enough to cause a caution, then you can lose the draft. So you got to be real careful of trying to toe that line between slowing down enough to miss a wreck and then slowing down too much and losing a draft. Yeah, certainly. And just so you know, folks, you might even see accidents here that go down into the grass. Even on the trial, we've seen this recently where iRacing doesn't throw the caution. And that's what I wanted to mention. The admins do not control the cautions here. It's all on iRacing. That way we make sure everything's fair and above board. If iRacing doesn't throw the caution, it stays green. Now, barring a lapse on iRacing and the entire road is blocked, then we may throw it. But otherwise, we leave it with iRacing. Been very well manicured race so far.
Guys are minding their P's and Q's. Most likely, if I'm thinking what I would be thinking right now, is I'm just trying to get to the first pit stops and see if I can get into a breakaway draft with a few other trucks and start making a much more separation in that regard instead of trying to push the issue in this big pack.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you can get to that first pit stop without a caution at Daytona, sometimes it will go caution free, and you need to maintain that first pack because there always is a pretty good breakaway pack after the first set of pit stops usually.
And while we got a quick second, folks, I want to give a shameless plug for our endurance drivers. So tomorrow, Saturday, the 16th of August, we're running 2 6-hour events. Specifically, it's a new endurance event for iRacing. It's called the excuse me, I gotta get this right. Portimao 1000. The VRL Endurance Grid heads up race at Portugal's Algarve International Circuit. We, like I said, 2 6-hour events we're going to do tomorrow. One of them starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the second at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And these 6-hour showdowns in the inaugural Portimao 1000, it's a tribute to the old school grit, a 215-lap multi-class chaos featuring event with the HPD prototypes, GT1 Legends, and GT2 Bruiser machines. So they don't even race these cars anymore, so it's a throwback race. A lot of elevation drama, brake fade battles, and strategic warfare as the drivers are going to tackle this iRacing newest endurance test. So if you got a few minutes tomorrow, just tune in as much as you can and check out and support these drivers as they take on this new iRacing endurance event. End shameless plug here. Didn't miss anything, folks. You still got Anderson up front, Bryant in second, Gomes in third, and Dickerson in fourth position. You see, it's like 68 is being lapped here. He really paid the price for losing the draft earlier. But he's able to safely go on that top line there, and he should be able to blend and not have any more bleeding at this point.
Yeah, getting ready to get onto these pit stops, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
You can see they're pretty, it's like about four laps or so. Everybody in that outside line that you're looking at right there is going to have to figure it out on getting down. Maybe a teammate that lets them in. Maybe they force the issue. Maybe they try to go an extra lap. But if you're out there, you're probably a little nervous right now with about 4 laps to pits.
Yeah, you're starting to think, I need to get down. And sometimes that causes crashes. Just guys trying to shuffle their way down to get into the pits to make their entrance a little easier. Or, you're going to have a bunch of guys pitting at the same time, and they're not all going to hit the brakes at the same time, and you're going to have somebody rear end somebody else maybe back up onto the track. We see a lot of cautions when pit stops are getting ready to happen.
Yeah, for sure. And as you're watching this, you probably see kind of a snake-looking move with both of the lines. It's a combination of not having a lot of visibility out your windscreen in these trucks. I'm about to show that to you. And the wind that's buffeting the car around. You are having to make micro corrections throughout the entirety of the lap. And iRacing does a great job of modeling the slipstream and the effects and the buffeting of the air that's going to have on you. As you see the 6 truck there just make a hole to get down in that bottom line. Let's see if we can take a look at Trevor Robertson. So as he's inside, you can see here inside the cockpit, you don't see very much. And so you're reacting a lot to what's happening in front of you. You're trying to get glimpses of the trucks ahead so you can anticipate a wreck or make a racing move. But the bottom line is these things are scary sometimes to drive in middle to the back of the pack. See if we can get a look at, we got Taylor Provax out there pulling for Kyle Vaught in the 16 truck. Get a look at him. He must be getting ready for pit stops. I see him. He's talking pretty frantically there. They're probably going over their strategy to get. He's already on the bottom line, so that's good. But you want to have friends going into the pits, or you can going in alone, and you're going to end up with no drafting help, and you'll go a lap down like you saw the 68 do earlier.
Yeah, you definitely have to have friends coming into the pits, but I think there's only going to be maybe like 2 laps that they'll be pitting. You'll see some of them pit 1 lap, and then the rest of them pit the next lap, more than likely.
And before we get into this pit cycle, do we have anything happening up in the chat?
Yeah, the Andersons out there obviously pulling for Albert. They're happy he's out front, running in front of this pack. Jalemi out here tonight, pulling for Decker, says Decker doesn't chase, he hunts. Well, he's hunting the front tonight. He's running right up front, second truck in the outside lane. So near the front, where he stakes out after these pit stops.
Yeah, we're at lap 20. We've completed 20 laps. We're on 21 now. Again, you got Anderson up there leading that inside line. In that 99 truck. Chris Goins in the 38 leading the outside. We'll see how much further they can go on fuel here. And if they're able to get safely on that pit lane, it should be a pretty wild look when you see them start to do these pit stops. And we're going to try to get ready to kind of capture that for you when they do start to dart off of the raceway.
Now, we do have an 85-lap race. We just clocked 21 going into 22. If they could make it to 23, they might be able to make it to the end of the race with 1 less stop. But I don't know how much gas they got in those tanks.
I'll tell you, the one who's probably the worst off is that 99 truck. He's breaking the air for everyone else. You can almost go, 3/4 to half throttle sometimes back in the pack and save a lot of fuel.
Oh, yeah. If you're not the very last truck and you've got some guys behind you and you're not worried about losing the draft, you can save a ton of gas near the back of the pack.
Well, they just completed 22, so even if they go into the pits this next time, Ricky, it'll cross them to 23 while they're on pit lane. So that strategy you're talking about is probably going to work out for them, even for the 99 truck here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to make it on 3 stops. So we won't have that splash at the end like we thought we might have if they could only get to lap 20. We're definitely getting further than that. I see some guys dive into the bottom, so I think some guys are getting ready to pit this lap.
Yeah, I saw that 81 of Jonathan Osborne. He pushed it in there pretty hard. See if he ducks down, if the 99 is going to come down this time. Anybody going to... Nope. Going around yet again. Everybody must be doing pretty well on the fuel then.
I think Dave Mayberry's crew chief should be fired. He's the one that told us they could only go 20 laps.
That's right. The difference between forecasting what you can do and what you can actually do, and that's why you do testing.
Albert Anderson just called out that he is pitting. Dickerson, Bryant. Sounds like a lot of guys are calling a pit stop out, so it's about to get busy.
I guess a good look at this. The key is getting on pit lane without running over the truck in front of you, but maximizing your speed. And here they come, folks.
Ooh, reckon.
Oh, there they go. That's caution right there. And we talked about that. Go back and see if we can get a look at that.
Jonathan Osborne.
We'll go on board with Jonathan in the 81 truck. Get you a better vantage point here, folks. Like this is already in progress. So we'll back it up just a little bit. So it's always Harry doing this. Let's see what happens here. Oh, a little touch. Oh, Jonathan decides to stay out. I don't think that the 8 truck of Decker realized that. I think he thought they were going to go to the pits.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it from a couple of different angles here myself, and I'm looking at the same angle you are. Yeah, I bet he thought that Osborne was pitting because he was on the inside.
Yeah, I think that's what happened in there. And hopefully Osborne, he does have a fast repair, so he's definitely going to be able to continue in the race. It's our first caution for the evening, folks, and we'll get a little bit of chat maybe with the 8 truck and find out what he saw from his vantage point. We don't have a cam on him tonight, so like he's going to hit pit lane. Go ahead.
Edith Anderson in the chat asks a question. She says, how can they tell when they need gas and tires? There are dashboards and overlays and applications these guys can put in that measures all of that as they drive, and it calculates it lap to lap, and it tells them when they're about to run out of gas, or you can't tell the tires. You don't ever really know the tires other than if they're feeling weird. But as far as the gas, it'll give you those gas calculations. And when you pit and come out after you take tires, it will tell you how bad your tire wear was. So if it's at a track that's a little harder on tires and you really burn them up, you'll know straight away to maybe run a little easier the next time around.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like he must be getting some damage repaired here. So let's get a word with Mr. Decker. Hey, Colin Decker, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me. He didn't pop in, did he? Nope.
No, I didn't hear it. Didn't hear it click in.
So let me see if I can find him again. Oh, he popped out of. Actually, he jumped out of Team Tang.
He's in the green room.
There we go. Hey, Colin Decker, it's Alan Ricky in the booth. You got me, buddy.
Hi, guys.
Hey, man, we were taking a look at that incident there. Looked like maybe you thought the 81 truck was going to hit pit lane. What was happening from your perspective?
Yeah, so I was stuck on the outside there, and I was trying my best to merge, and just the way everything worked out, got caught up in a little incident. But yeah, I ran out of gas right before pit road, so I had to coast to my pit stop. But yeah, hopefully we can bounce back.
Are you having to use your fast repair here, or are you just going to get the damage repaired and save that for later?
I had about 2 minutes repair time, so I'm going to save my fast repair for later.
All right, you got anything for him there, Ricky, before we let him go?
No, just don't get too down on it. I know you'll be at the back, but this is a long race.
Oh yeah,
it's Daytona, so just hang in there, and you'll get it. You'll get it back.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for talking to us. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
That 8 truck. We'll see if we can go back.
I should have told him not to let the boogeyman get him.
Yeah. Now, I don't have a camera for him tonight, though. We have to get that back up online next time. He does like to drive in the dark. And the lights are out atop the pace truck. That means we're going green this next time around. We should see that pace truck duck off as the entrance to pit lane comes up, and the race restart will be in the hands of the 99 truck of Albert Anderson.
We'll see how Albert does on this restart. He's got a guy that he's maybe not as used to being right behind him in Aaron Warren, with Larry Dickerson, Dylan Brown on the outside lane. So it'll be interesting to see if Albert can pull Warren up and hold on to his bumper, or if Brian and Dickerson get aggressive here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm looking at the chat. I see Jalemi's out there saying, not the boogeyman, and then Decker's sandbagging so hard. I heard he's opening a beach, but don't worry, he's about to serve back to the top. Okay. Jalemi out there supporting the 8 truck and hoping he gets back into the mix here at the front of the field. The 26 coming to 27 laps under our belt with only one caution. With this size field, that's tremendous. These guys are really being respectful with each other, making calculated moves, and probably primarily thinking about their strategy for pit lane as a way to make their way through this field and be there at the end. And we do see that pace truck pull off. We'll see when Anderson goes back to green here. And we're back underway. He gets a nice jump there. Definitely going to have the advantage going in. When he got too far, he's a little bit far out there from that his pusher. But the top line doesn't have any help, so I don't think there's any danger there of him losing the lead. As you see the 23 of Warren get up there behind him to give him a push.
Dickerson bailed out on Bryant, and it left him kind of high and dry, but you've got Gomes that jumped up behind Bryant trying to push him up toward the front now.
And now they're starting to figure it out here and get organized. Two trucks there on the outside actually hanging pretty tough considering they don't have any more drafting help. There's three trucks on the bottom are pretty tightly packed. Here comes the 10 of Andrew Cawthon. When I'm getting to the mix here, that should strengthen that outside line.
Heard the admin jump in, remind them no 3 wide in the first lap on a restart on the super speedway.
That's right, folks. So they cannot, you see the double yellow line on the bottom there. A driver may not go below that line and advance their position in this league. If they go down below the line, they have to merge back safely, and they cannot advance the position while doing so. Additionally, on the first lap after the green flag, whether that's the start of the race or any restart, they are not allowed to go 3 wide so they can get clean starts here. But we have a new leader up at the front. What did you see?
Just the tight nature of how Bryant was able to slide into that gap in front of Anderson. There was not a paper width between those trucks.
Yeah, I was just about to mention we have a new leader up the front, 51 of Dylan Brightnet Superman truck, trying to bring it home tonight with Chris Gomes in the 38, going back and forth with him on that outside line. Andrew Cawthon in the 10 truck is in third now, with America's driver in fourth, between third and fourth in that 99 truck. Who are the teammates up here? Between the two leagues, I sometimes have a hard time keeping up with who's on teams here. Is Dylan and Anderson on the same team? Oh,
yes,
somebody's in the wall right there. Just saw an accident. Mid-pack.
Oh, big wreck. Wow.
Yeah, big wreck.
Decker's in it. The 44. The 11 of Alfaro.
Oh, I think I got that one while it was already starting here. So let's see if we can get a better look.
Like it starts with the 44.
So that was Chris Warren. A little tighter in on him. Get you a better look. Oh, no, 53. Looks like in the 9 truck get together. 53 is kind of running that middle.
Yeah, and then they hook into the 44.
Yep, right there. So that's Jeremiah Burke, and then the 9 truck. Trying to see who that is. Oh, that's Luke Chadwick. And then they hit into the 44, and then he goes hard that outside wall. That is not
Osborne hit the wall hard too.
Look at Osborne too.
And I think he's already used his fast repair.
It didn't go back far enough, it looks like. Here we go. Get on board with Jonathan. He's just a victim as well. He tries to dodge to the inside, but still ends up clipping it, and it puts him in the outside wall. He takes a couple of hits. He's going to definitely have to use that fast repair now, folks. Jimmy's crying in the chat.
Osborne did use the fast repair, so he's in big trouble with the damage he's got now. I think the boogeyman did get the Decker, but it happened on the track.
You can see they're on pit lane right now. Pretty much everybody. Maybe Anderson stayed out. I gotta go look at that. Let's see.
Anderson, Cawthon, and Welsher. I think they've all stayed out.
Yeah, I think they stayed out. Yeah, right there. Your trio right there, they stayed out because they just hit pit lane 23, 24. Yeah, and 24. So looks like Albert's going to have the least amount of fuel going back to green here. No one else went in on 23, according to what I'm looking at here.
That could change Albert's strategy. He always likes to be up front and lead, but with a little bit extra gas, burn off, and you don't want to be the leader and have the the extra laps of gas, so he may want to set back in line and try to ride around a little bit to save a little bit of gas.
Hey, Jeremiah, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, man. You got me?
Gotcha.
Hey, man, you started at the back tonight, made your way forward a little bit a couple times. Were you caught in that accident?
I just got banged around a little bit. I find no damage to fix. I was just looking at the replay to make sure it wasn't my fault. I didn't feel like it was, but the replay confirmed it was not my fault.
Yeah, we were taking a look at that. Looks like you were running the middle line there. Maybe the 9 truck was following the vehicle in front of him, and then you guys kind of dominoed into the 44 in front of you. So unfortunate. Some people took some pretty bad damage, though. We'll see how they're running the rest of the night. Did you have to use a fast repair?
I did not know. No, I didn't have actually any damage to fix. So I've still got a fast repair. I've got a clean truck. We'll see how we fare. I need to start getting up some speed. Or getting up some place. I was going to pass everybody on pit road there, and that caution came out right before I got to the line, so I got a penalty for that. Got back to the rear, and we'll just race our way forward with a couple more pit stops to go.
All right, buddy. You're with All-Star Racing. Is that correct? You got any plans with your teammates?
Correct. If I can catch their fast butts, I will push them to the front.
All right, sounds good. You got anything for the 53 truck, Ricky, before we go back to green here? We got another half lap.
No, I believe if looks like you've got a pretty good strategy going on, just hanging out until it gets time to race.
Yes, sir. Gotta have a truck to race with at the end. So.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, next time give us a camera view so we can get you on the stream here. But we appreciate you talking to us. Good luck.
I'll get a camera up there. I got home like 5 minutes before the race started.
Nah, man, I just like giving you a hard time. Well, we just like to get as many cameras as we can so we can highlight these drivers. But good luck to you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, sir. Talk to you later.
All right. That 53 truck had an eventful race so far. Got Albert Anderson Sr. in the chat. Interesting move not to pit during the caution, son, talking to the 99 truck. Sometimes when you're up there front there and you're the leader, you kind of get caught out on strategy because they're going to do the opposite of what you're doing many times. That's kind of like the standard rule, right, Ricky?
Yeah, I mean, if he would have pitted Mr. Anderson, he may have had 2 or 3 go in with him and everybody else stay out, and then he would have been at the back. So it's kind of danged if you do and danged if you don't. But I'm sure Albert will figure out a way to make this work out.
And Albert has control of the race right here. We're about to get to the restart zone, and he's going to be the first truck to launch. And we are back under green right now, folks. Nice launch from him with the 21 truck of Derek Welch just behind him. 10 is out there on the outside line in third, and the 38 of Chris Gomes is right behind him. Let's see, is that Aaron Warren, I think? 1, 2, 3, yeah, and fourth on that bottom line there. In the white and tan truck, 23. So we'll see if they get organized on this outside line. Looks like they will. 51's up there pushing the 38. They're going to have a 6-pack right here pretty quick. Even more.
Well, the good news for the Jonathan Osborne fans is even though he took some pretty good damage, he's maintaining speed in the lead pack. So that he may not have a truck that would be good out front right now with it banged up, but he's at least able to hang on.
We got 27. We got a lone truck out there. Chris Warren must have had to make some repairs or something. He's out there by himself. You can see on the track map in the upper right-hand corner. He is, when you see the 27 with the green circle around it there, he's going to end up losing a lap, unfortunately, but he probably affected some repairs and maybe expecting another caution before we get to the end of this race. All right, folks, while we got go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say real quick, I'll tell you one guy that was happy to see these cautions is Dustin Wade. He was able to stay on the lead lap, and now he's back in with that lead pack. And if you noticed, he's not dropping to the back now. I think he wants to try to stay near the front.
Yeah, Dustin's actually carrying one of our onboard cameras tonight. So let's get a look at Dustin as he's riding in the pack here. And after that, if we have the opportunity, we're going to go with a little bit of crank it up, folks, while we have a nice snarling pack for you to hear all the engine noise. But yeah, he's sitting there. He's I think he's playing the long game here and wanting to be there at the end, racing out of Cincinnati. But he's definitely not going to allow himself to lose that draft again, for sure. He's right there in a good spot. We'll transition back over here. And folks, if you like Crank It Up segment, we're going to go ahead and put that on for you and let you hear the sounds, sights and sounds of what these drivers are experiencing inside the cabs of these trucks, and realizing it is virtual, but most of them have it cranked wide open to make it as real as possible.
He says, turn it up.
Make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the Vigilante Racing Network action. Well, so far, over 40 laps into this, Ricky, and only one caution. That's great. And I'm looking forward to this next set of green flag stops. Hopefully we're able to get through it without incident and see how the strategy begins to play out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit of a split strategy because Albert Anderson, Welch, and Coffin are all going to have to pit sooner than the rest of the guys. Oh, Mike Everidge in the wall. Hard.
Looks like he's he's definitely got a little battle scar on the outside of his truck, slowing down a bit here. Might be okay. You can't always tell from the outside appearance. Sometimes they'll have wheel damage, and their crew chief will let them know that. I think he might be fortunate in having only scraped the wall this time. The small pack there looks like they're about to maybe lose the draft, though. Right on board the roof cam of Mike Everidge here. from racing out of Melbourne, Kentucky. See if I can get a look at his right front suspension.
In the driver chat, Mike Everidge said that Dion Jones' truck glitched and put him in the wall. And it does look like Mike kind of snapped it up the track and hit the wall, but from my screen, Dion's truck was pretty solid, so I don't know. There's definitely maybe some kind of weird internet thing going on, though.
Well, looks like he's okay here if he can make it without losing the draft, get to the next set of pit stops. If he does have extensive damage, he can use that fast repair at that point. So with that, we'll go through the field, starting back here with Chris Warren in the 44 machine. That Goody's ride there. That's a good looking kind of throwback to the time frames that I grew up watching NASCAR in the 80s and 90s. Goody's headache powers, man, I tell you. They're not necessarily easy to tape them, but they are very effective. And moving on forward here, we got the 9 truck of Luke Chadwick. He's in 25th. Scott Milner, I think he's out here by himself right now. He's running at 24th. Yep. You can see there on the track map that the pack is probably going to catch him within a lap or so here. I'm just going through the running order, so that's why it's jumped to him. We're back on board with Mike. Now Tom Barish in 22nd out of Gulf Coast, Mississippi. Dustin Wade in the 21st position, down 12 spots for the night overall right now. Michael T. Alfaro down 2 spots, running in 20th.
Oh,
almost, huh? You can see up there. I can see they're at 3 or 4 wide up there.
It's Burke, Robertson, those guys got together.
Yeah, Burke is just scraping the wall. If you saw there, and sparks flying. Oh, he's got damage. I think he might have some damage. Still pretty fast, though. Get back here. We'll go on board with Alfaro again. In front of him, Jacob Elisha out of Indianapolis, running in the 19th position, down 15 spots so far. George Rincon up, he's +8, running in 18th. Dion Jones +1, running in the 16th position. Dion Jones up 1 in 15th. Just passing, looks like he actually is going backwards a little bit there. We'll go on up to Dave Mayberry in the 15th position. He's running on the inside of Jonathan Osborne, you see in that Daystar number 81. He's racing out of Osborne, that is, out of Woodbury, New Jersey. John Gallagher running in 13th, right where he started the race, out of Roseville, California. Trevor Robertson's up 11 spots right now, running in 12th, just behind Kyle Vaught there, 16 truck. Mike Adams is up 3 spots overall, in 11th. Kyle's running in 10th, down 4 spots from where he started the night. Jesse Rating's up to 8th out of Knoxville, Iowa. 13 spots gained so far. If you look at 69 truck, you get a little better look at it here from the top of this roof cam here. On board with Aaron Warren. He's in 7th, right where he started the evening, in a 23 truck. Larry Dickerson out of Roxborough, North Carolina. He's down 1 spot right now in the 6th position. He used to be teammates with the 51. I don't think he's teammates with the Man of Steel now, is he, Ricky?
No, but I think they do try to still work together when they can.
And you can see Albert Anderson right here pushing that bottom line. Derek Welch, looks like they lost some momentum, and so Chris Gomes was able to get out there and take the lead off the nose of the 51 truck of Dylan Bright. And that pretty much takes us through the field, folks. Hopefully you got a chance to see where your favorite driver was running, and maybe get a look at some of these cool paint schemes we got out here tonight. We got to be coming up on pit stops here soon, right, Ricky? Let's take a look.
Well, Anderson and Cawthon are, because they're coming up on 23. They had a couple of caution laps, so I believe they probably have maybe 2 laps, maybe 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking Anderson's probably back in the pack here a little bit, deliberately, because he's trying to save fuel.
Yeah, more than likely. I figured he didn't want to be out front when he's already shorter on gas.
Yeah, for sure. Take it out as long as possible. He probably wants a caution. He just doesn't want to be the caution or in the caution. So, probably got some good, clean racing going on here. I got a list of driving topics there, Ricky, for us to kind of to talk about, some real world NASCAR and how things are going. So NASCAR announced in the last couple of weeks about a street race in San Diego. Street Corsair NASCAR announced it for the 2026 Cup Series race at Naval Base Coronado, marking its first ever street race in San Diego. And there's a lot of buzz online about this and everything, and what the potential of that means. We're not going back to the Chicago street course right away. Kind of, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's going to be a good race, or racing basically, I think, on a flight line, partially at least, and maybe some of the street throughout Coronado Island there in San Diego? Whoa, I just got wide there. Sorry about that. That was like Dickers. No, who was that?
Schoenbacher.
Oh, Schoenbacher, Mr. The closer there, trying to push pretty hard. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure iRacing's probably helping NASCAR design the track, and for what they had in Chicago, they did a pretty good job. So I would imagine the track will be pretty good. It's just this style of NASCAR, this next gen car, he designed it to be great on road courses, and the track that it's worst at is road courses. So go figure. But hopefully it'll at least be a spectacle. I think that'll be a really cool kind of deal. I like that they're switching it up. I just wish NASCAR would maybe race 3 or 4 road courses tops. I think we've road coursed ourselves out.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I mean, you see the likes of Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking about this as well. I think people were, they wanted to see these different road courses back. I believe when the mile and a half program was not good, and ironically enough, this car was built for road courses like you mentioned, but it races tremendous at the 1.5 mile tracks.
Yep, go figure. It's NASCAR, everybody.
The law of unintended consequences there. But, I've been out to Coronado, obviously. That station, I wouldn't want to be in charge of security or anything for that event, but I think it would be pretty cool for the Navy. Some positive publicity for them is probably a recruiting tool as well, and a chance for NASCAR to break into a major market in Southern California. With the loss, as we see pit stops starting to happen here, with the loss of that Southern California racetrack.
Oh, they're wrecking in the pits.
99, 69 get together there. 69 goes all the way around.
Now that will not bring out a caution, and that is going to be very, very, very bad for these guys.
21's all the way past his pits there. We'll go back and see if we can get a look at this, folks. I might have to back it up here and take a look at what happened so we can get a good clean shot of it. So unfortunate for those involved there. So we're riding on board with Albert Anderson here as they're coming off the track. See what kind of speeds they're running. You look at this digital dashboard. Oh, it's not going to show it to me right there. Okay, so here we go. And we knew this is where the action was going to happen there. Everybody's pushing for every 10th. And on and off pit road is where you can get them. Hard to tell really right there. And then 69 just goes completely around. Albert's probably not going to suffer too much from that. Probably right back out there where he needs to be. 21, I did see way overshot his pits. And that's likely because, of the distraction of the events at hand. We'll watch DW here. That 21 machine. Yeah. All 4 of the lead trucks get together. And I'm sure that contact was enough just to distract the 21 enough to overshoot his pits. Not a hard thing to do, folks.
Oh, there's a wreck on the front stretch. Big wreck on the front stretch. But they're off the racing service.
Who was involved?
31, 721 Reading.
If we can get a quick look at that as well. 31 was involved. There he is.
Here
we go.
He was involved.
Here we go. Getting all kinds of action with these pit stops, huh? Three wide right there. That's where it started. Riding with Jesse Redding. That truck on the outside there, that's Tabasco. That's the 31 of Scott Milner. Yeah, just, I mean, inches there. They were 3 wide. I don't know if 31 knew they were 3 wide. He's following us like the 16, trying to keep the draft there. And that happens here pretty frequently.
Osborne sped coming into the pits, I believe. He was really hot, and he's still sitting in his pit box.
So back up to, go ahead.
Yeah, just this. If we stay green, there's going to be 4 or 5 packs of trucks.
See now on the track map that they are pretty well spread out. Your current leader is Dustin Wade in that 68 machine. We saw at one point, actually the 8 truck is out front. Why is it not showing me that? Not the leader.
Dustin Wade is showing as the leader.
Yep, Dustin's the leader. Colin is a lap down, or nearly a lap down, to that 68 truck. So this is a 1 pack by itself. Let's see, when did Dustin go in? He went in on lap 30.
He's got a pit.
Yep, he's still got a pit.
Him, Gallagher, Alicia, Dion Jones, and Alfaro are the last ones to come in.
So you can see in the track map I have pulled up there for you folks. We got a little bit of a spread, a few different packs here. 2 very distinct packs, maybe almost 3. And then some outliers. And you see this pack hitting pit lane right now. Let's see if they get on cleanly. Looks like they do. So they're going to be in good shape there. We'll go back out front, which will probably be assuming the lead, which is Dylan Bryant there in that 51 truck. 53 giving him a push for all he's worth. With everybody in front of them, of the top 5, this should be your lead pack. And you see the 99 of Albert Anderson out in the outside line.
Caution.
Sure is. What was that for? Yellow flag. Didn't happen here.
Dickerson. Derek Welch just apologized to Dickerson.
Let's see if we can get that then. Because it did not show up here.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely Dickerson.
Yep. We got him right here sideways on the track. I don't know why that didn't register on the system here, but it didn't, folks. So we got you covered anyway. Looks like they're trying to draft here pretty hard. And just catches him off center. Yep.
Yep. Windshield whopper pushes off the corner, just kind of hooked him.
Hopefully he still has a fast repair, because he had pretty serious contact with that outside retaining wall. We'll see if we can get old Dickerson up here and get a word with him. Might wait for him to hit pit lane, though. In the meantime, let's talk to we'll talk to Kyle Vaught. 16 machine. He's one of your drivers.
Yeah, one of the ADY drivers representing out here tonight.
Hey, Kyle, Sal and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got us?
Hey, howdy, fellas.
Hey, man, you're hitting pit lane. If we need to, we can bail for a second, unless you want to talk to us while you're hitting your marks.
I'm good at multitasking. Watch me park this bad boy right in the middle.
That's what I'm talking about. So, how's your race going? You been up front all evening?
It's been cool. Just hanging out with. Look at that money. Look at that. That was beautiful. It's going well. Just hanging out with good old Trevor and the old man Mayberry.
Well, your team owner's pretty proud of where you're running. Hey, Ricky, what do you got for him? Pep talk time or what?
Yeah, no, I can't give you any advice. You're running up front. You're doing good here. So just, try to I think at this point, getting close to 60 laps into the race, stay near the front. Now, you only got like 24 laps of gas. You're coming up on lap 60, so it's 85. If there's another caution, you may want to pit again and see if you can stretch it.
Right, yeah, I know I'm going to pop off again right now. I'm in 8th, but I think it'll be nice to just top off to have less fuel to put in later. So might as well get some extra in there and just hang out. But it's been a fun race.
Yeah.
So far.
Has that been your max distance you can go on fuel, about 24 laps?
That's what we were thinking, was about 24, maybe even 25 we thought, because I know when the first pit cycle happened, actually, I think Albert had gone in at 25 or 24, and we went another lap. So it seems like maybe about 25.
All right.
So, yeah, so far so good. Having fun.
Well, I can tell from your response there you're having a good time. Hopefully it ends well and you finish where you've been running. So good luck to you. And hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this race in victory lane.
Hey, thanks, y'all. Appreciate you. And hope y'all are enjoying the view.
Thanks for talking to us.
All right. Later.
16 truck. Are we one to go yet? Ricky, can you see that?
We're coming to the line, so let's see what they give us. Probably. I think we're probably coming to 1 to green.
Let's get us one more interview in
yep,
here.
1 to green, 1 to green. But we do have plenty of time. It's Daytona.
Hey, Dave Mayberry. It's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got us.
Yeah, what happened? Why did it said I entered a closed pit.
I have no idea. You had to talk to the race admin. We can drop you back down if you need to talk to her. And you talk to her on the radio there.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we was hoping to get a quick word with you, but we'll let you go.
Yeah, I got asked why.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, I think
Hey, Trevor
it
Robertson.
happened to everybody that just pitted.
Yeah, what happened?
Lori's checking it out. Trevor Robertson's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's your race going so far?
Pretty good. I just got a blank for some reason. That was about.
It's cleared, it looks like.
I think Lori's checking that out now. For some reason, that happened to everyone. So, yeah, we just want to get a quick word with you before we go green here and see what your strategy is for closing out this race.
Me and Kyle and Dave are just teaming up. I'm trying not to wreck and be clean, and maybe we'll be lucky at the end.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll let you go, and thanks for talking to us real quick. Let you get back focused for this restart.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, kind of caught me at a bad time. Looks like maybe a glitch in iRacing.
I think we got a pretty serious iRacing glitch because they've had to extend the caution.
Yeah, because it's showing, looks like Kyle's probably trapped behind the truck here. They'll get a wave around. The leader is being shown as Dustin Wade. Watching him right now come back around. Interesting. It's unfortunate she's probably sitting there trying to pick it apart, so all we can do is wait, folks, and see once they get this put together. We're going to have 24 laps to go, perhaps when they go back to green. But the way it currently looks, Ricky, is these trucks in front of Dustin are at the tail end of the lead lap, so maybe they'll let them wave around, or they're just going to start here at the tail end automatically, and that would be unfortunate. This happens sometimes, folks. We are dealing with computers. Everyone on this track has a separate computer and are all dialed into the server for iRacing. And as awesome and great as this platform is, any computer is susceptible to the occasional glitch or something that's not talking to another portion of the program at a key moment, and these things can happen. See if we can get it. Go ahead.
We're still we're 1 to green, but man, this when you're pitting and there's all kinds of guys doing different stuff, and the caution comes out, it just completely fries iRacing's brain.
Especially after a long green flag run like that, and it happens in the middle of a pit cycle.
Well, I think Dustin Wade is going to be the leader, and we're single file. I don't know. It is very strange.
The good thing is we're going green here, looks like, because the lights are out atop the pace truck. If we go green here, they're going to double up pretty quick and move back to racing, and those folks will be able to make their way back towards the front of the faster trucks, most likely. And it looks like everybody did take service. They're all on that 55, 56, or 57. See the pace truck pull off. And they're being controlled right now by Luke Chadwick. Perhaps at the end of the I don't know what's going on here. Do you?
Yeah, no, iRacing fried brain. There's a bunch of guys on the tail end of the lead lap. Dustin Wade is shown as the leader wherever he's at.
He's right
Back in this
here.
pack.
Yeah, we're racing. These folks are at the tail end of the lead lap, folks. That's exactly what ended up happening.
Oh, now this is where there's going to be some racing because these guys are mad. They don't understand what happened. They're going to be trying to stay on the lead lap, and there is no give and take now. There's probably going to be a wreck because of this, and it's unfortunate. It's really iRacing's fault.
Well, they're keeping it pretty orderly right now. And we are at 25, coming to 24 to go right here. Going Dion Jones in the lead.
Okay, yeah, I see Dion beside Dustin. It's hard to find where everything is going on.
Yep, the admin is putting it out there for you guys. You cannot change iRacing calls. And, you know, the way we chalk this up, folks, within the league is it's the randomness of the universe on occasion where imagine if you had a blown tire or a blown engine in the real world. We kind of look at these iRacing glitches in the same fashion. A little bit of net code here or a glitch
wreck
there.
up front. Kyle just got turned by way. Oh, no.
This is big.
Oh, huge.
Look at this. They're all, I mean, almost everyone's in this one. That was massive because it happened at the front.
At the very front, Kyle Vault was turned, it looks like, and it just nasty, just ugly. Such a shame because this is an iRacing. This all happened because of an iRacing glitch.
You see Kyle out front there. We'll back it up a bit more so you can get this out of your way. Kyle's in 16, not the leader. 51's not leader either. The leader's a few rows back, actually, about 5 rows back. Let's see what happens here. Kyle's getting pushed by the 51. Oh, 51 just wasn't square when they touched each other, and that just put them all on the wall, and everybody's just there along for the ride.
Kyle may not have to burn a fast repair. He didn't hit as hard as I thought he did. Oh, Albert Anderson pile drove and then got pile drove. Oh, I'm sure he's going to have to take a fast repair.
So that was the quintessential big one, folks. That was it right there. Get another angle.
I would imagine, Alan, there's probably at least 10 guys that's having to use a fast repair.
Yeah, if they haven't used it already. We did have an earlier crash. It wasn't near like this, though. I was not looking too terrible. We're driving away from that one. Just getting you different angles while we're under caution here, just to give you the scope of this accident. I mean, you may have gotten through clean or just a small nick, but almost everyone was touched by this accident.
I'm trying to see who got through it that may have been near the front for a good camera angle.
Go towards the back. We'll see. Go ahead.
Colin Decker did well. He kind of spun, but I bet his angle would be pretty crazy because he missed most of it and still wrecked.
We're on board here with Andrew Cawthon. He's pretty far back, so let's see from his roof cam how this is unfolding in front of him. He didn't get caught in it. He had to be scared. Oh, glitches out. That's not good. So we'll go forward to one more. There we go. We're right on board with George Rincon, the 28 truck. Well, he doesn't get through unscathed. He's got trucks on their on their lids in front of him or their sides.
There's where
Teammates.
Everett Anderson gets it. Oh,
Yep, him and the 82 get together.
oh, Chris Gones made, golly, man, he made 2 or 3 good moves to get through that, it looks like.
Let's see if we can get a look from Chris's truck. Here he is, just behind it. Does he get through clean? He may get through here clean. Look at this.
Wow.
That skill, patience, and knowing when to throttle and when to, yeah, duck, dodge.
The last one almost got him.
He just sure did. Let's look at that from a one more perspective. See Chris there in that blue and looks like a light green or aqua green 38 truck. He is in the midst of all of that. See him right there, just picking his way through this accident. That's how you do it, folks. You gotta be patient, and even then, you're not always going to get through. But you gotta really work the pedals and your steering wheel there, and be patient, try to make the right move.
And it's always bad when you think, oh man, I just dodged 20 trucks, and then all of a sudden a truck just appears in front of you, and it's the last one, and you plow into them. I've done that a few times, but he missed him, so good job.
And right now, I'm showing Chris in the #1 spot. We're coming to 20 to go. Lights are off on top of that pace truck, and we're going back to green here. Are we done wrecking?
Oh no, there's cars on the track. You're not done.
Anything out there in the chat? Hey folks, let's chat us up. Who do you think is going to pull this off? We've had a little bit of a jumbling of the field here as we're getting ready to go back to green. Let us know who you think's got the winning strategy and the speed. Still got Albert Anderson up there in 5th. Mike Adamson. Yeah, you got some of these guys who are really fast. Chris has really got a good opportunity to win this as he controls it. And we're back under green, coming to 20 laps to go. So if they all pitted there, I don't know that they did. 56. First few guys are good to go. 56 is when last time Chris Gomes was on pit lane. 63 for a bunch of the other ones. Clean start so far. And they're going to be short. Chris is still short. Let's see on the 63 guys. They should be good to go. So the first truck on the track, Dustin Wade right there. He's good on fuel. I don't know that Chris Gomes is. But Chris, Jesse Redding, Aaron Warren, probably Jeremiah Burke. These folks are going to have to pit again. And you got some others perhaps as well. But the ones who went in at like 63, we got some 62s in it. They're good to go at least for the regulation distance. Not sure about that green-white checker.
We're going to be busted up into 2 packs because of some of the guys that had damage that was falling back. We might get busted into 3. They might come back together. It's a pretty. They're strung out, but they're kind of at that edge of maybe staying together.
Take a look from the chopper. We do have. These are probably some folks who had already taken their fast repair, and they're going to have to nurse this back to the end of the race at least. You got you're on board with Jeremiah Burke right there, running in the 22nd position. That's right where he started for the evening. You can see that he's got some damage. He's going to lose the draft here. Let's see what he's looking like on the front. Yeah, maybe some right front damage. Not terrible, but at a place like this, it's not good either way.
Kyle Vaught and Colin Decker are fighting for the lucky dog. If there is another caution, to be the first truck a lap down, so we'll need to watch that too.
And there's Kyle right there in 23rd. Colin Decker is behind him. See Kyle up there in inside line, 2 trucks forward of Colin's position right now. Like he's right there with no, that's not John. He's in the 11.
Decker and the
Alfa
11.
Romeo.
Yeah, they need to get in line to try to make sure they don't lose the drive.
Yeah. Look, Alfaro might
Yeah,
be.
they're
31's coming too.
They're good. They was 8 miles an hour faster than the pack going into turn 1. They caught him in a hurry.
Got Albert Anderson Sr. in the chat saying, Albert all the way. We expect nothing less. He's going to pull for that 99 machine, and he is up there right now. First on the outside line. Imagine that. Just happens magically towards the end of these races.
Yeah, no, it's talent. I mean, Albert Anderson knows where to put that truck. It's like I said, kind of like Dale Jr. back in the day, the Pied Piper. You see where he goes and you say, man, that guy knows what he's doing. So we'll get behind him and try to figure out what he's doing.
Got Kathy A in the chat. She's like, oh no, I'm assuming that was back when the accident was happening. Joseph Canellis, one of our drivers here in the league, not for this particular series, I don't think, but says, oh man, I hate when that happens. And Lori's in there saying, gotta love hate relationship with Daytona. And that is very true. Keeping it pretty clean right now. See Gomes, Wade, Anderson all up there. Adamson, Redding, that's your top 5. Alicia in the 6th position in that 7 truck. I would like to say we're going to make it to the end without having a caution, but I think that might be a fool's prediction.
Yeah, but there's still 26 of the 27 starters on the track, so I have a feeling with that many trucks winding down to the end, it's going to get a little ugly.
Looks like that the leader's about to catch a lap truck here. Yep. It's like this is Jeremiah Burt. Let's see if they're able to get around him safely. As you see them coming up on him now. Going to get a little hairy, potentially.
Oh, yeah, Burke's he's got damage. It's really tough for him to drive that truck right now. I watched him fall through the pack on that restart. He is wicked with the way that truck's beat up.
He's just trying to bring it home and get what points he can. He's definitely, this is edge of your seat with that damage, though. I hate it when it feels like that. You see the 8 making it 3 wide back here, going through a couple of drivers.
Chris Gomes he's on 15 laps on his tire, or on his gas, more importantly, and he will have to pit again. I think everybody else could make it to the end if we don't have a caution. So Gomes he needs a caution.
Yeah, Gomes is in trouble because everybody else. Well, he's Jesse Redding might not be able to make it either. He was last on pit lane at 56, along with Aaron Warren's 56. I think the rest of them might be in good shape. I know that the ones at the front, Dustin Wade and others who went on lap 63, they should be good to go, even through one green-white checker.
Yeah, with the caution laps we would have, they would be good.
All right, folks, while we're watching this, I'm just going to run through the running where you got Dustin Wade up front along with Chris Gomes, Mike Adamson 3rd, Albert Anderson 4th, Jacob Alicia 5th, Jesse Redding 6th, George Rincon up 19 positions in that 7th spot. Mike Everidge, as his teammate, he's up 11 and 8th. John Gallagher is in 9th. Jonathan Osborne up 6th in the 10th position. Andrew Cawthon in 11th. Trevor Robertson in 12th. Dylan Bryant 13th. Michael T. Alfaro is in 14th. You see somebody going around? That's the 8 truck right there. You're dead, like Colin Decker. Get us a little better position here. Like he's up in that high line there. Maybe getting a little push. Does it hit anything? Truck is going to be okay. But that's going to probably end his opportunity to win this race.
Yeah, that's definitely going to probably take him out of contention unless we have a caution here before he loses a lap.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's already a lap. No, never mind. He's already a lap down. He is in trouble.
Hey, folks, for coming to 10 to go there. If you're enjoying this race tonight, please make sure you like and subscribe and support these drivers, support the league and the channel. and hit that notification bell. We do race here every Wednesday and Friday night, and then we have special events on other Saturdays for endurance. And in fact, this week, tomorrow, Saturday, I got this chance, we do have an endurance event at the iRacing's first annual Portimao 1000. Vigilante Racing endurance drivers are going to be racing at 2 different times. One time for 6 hours, rather, at 12 p.m. Eastern, and then again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come in and check us out, even if it's just for a few minutes. Give us a like or a comment, and we'll see you on the track. Oh, they're going 3 wide and scraping that wall. You can tell they're getting right. It was a 51 and a 21. Somebody's going around.
Right behind them.
6 truck. Here we go. Let's get a look at this. 51 hits the wall here. That's what the first thing I saw. Okay, that's coming off. That's with the 6. They're all, I think they were working together, actually. They were trying to. And we'll get behind them here.
Oh, and Derek Welch pile drives in at the end.
The Man of Steel here. With the 51. Not letting me jump on board. Here we go. So, this is where it starts. I think these guys are working together, or yeah, there's another truck underneath them here, and that's what caused it right there. The 51, I think, was trying to push the 6. 6 is
I don't know
down
if
in the
Trevor
middle.
was trying to get down to the middle or if he just got loose off of the 51, but he come across Super Speedway Killer's front bumper.
Yeah, that's a 29 truck. Dave Mayberry right here.
It knocks Dylan Bryan out of the race. Tough to see that. He had used his fast repair, and that he got some pretty good damage on that wreck.
Trying to get you a little better shot here of the far view. So that black truck there, you see the 51 and the 6 on that outside line. We're riding on board with Dave Mayberry in the 29 out of Tucson. But yeah, 6 just gets down there. 29 is there. And that just kicks it off. Even the folks behind them, that was probably them trying to dodge the accident.
Well, Gones got the caution he needed. I mean, he's going to be way back in the pack, but he's still going to at least be in the lead pack on the restart. So that's better than the alternative of having to pit.
Right
Under
now,
green.
Mike Adelson's inherited the lead with Jacob Alicia in 2nd, Albert Anderson in 3rd, George Rincon in the 4th position, John Gallagher 5th, Mike Everidge in 6th. Yeah, that's
Maybe George Rincon should change his number. He's up front. At
Right.
97, may be lucky.
You don't say that. You know how superstitious drivers can be. He might actually do it.
Yeah.
But we're working our 5th caution for the night. See if we can get a word with George, maybe. Hey, George, it's Down and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, up front there, you're up 22 positions. How do you feel about your chances of bringing this one home?
Well, it kind of depends on one of those guys that are in front of me. So, yeah, that's a good question. We'll see what happens. I mean, I know I can do it, and I'd love to go 3 wide here. I just don't know if it'll happen. But we'll see what happens.
Well, it looks like you're probably going to be starting behind Jacob Alicia, but you do have a teammate in Mike Everidge that should start behind you. So you're in pretty good position there. I just want to get a quick word with you and see what you thought was going to happen there. Ricky, you have any questions?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, George, maybe you should change your number to 97. It looks like it's running up front tonight. Maybe it's good luck.
Yeah, yeah, I probably should. We'll see what happens. I mean, the race isn't over yet. But yeah, answer to your question, Jess, me and Mike have talked about it already. So he'll stay with me. It's whatever I do. And so we'll see what happens. I know you got a couple of really good guys up there, Mike and Albert. So we'll see what happens.
Well, hey, buddy, thanks for talking to us, and good luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this race.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Yep, good luck.
Bye.
All right. Good, Wiser. We got a quick word in with them.
Alan, you'd think if he wins the race, he will change his number to 97.
Wouldn't you? Maybe.
I would. I'd change whatever. Even if it's a number I hated. If I accidentally won in that number, I believe that'd be my new number.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see where
Until I had a bad race and then blamed it on the number.
I'm gonna pull Mike in here real quick. Hey, Mike Adamson, Alan and Ricky in the booth. What do you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, it looks like you might be in a good position to bring this one home. How are you feeling?
I don't know yet. It ain't over yet. We still got 7 to go. I'm not counting my chickens yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of superstitious like that, too. I don't like to make predictions if I'm in there racing. Ricky, what do you got for Mike Adamson in that 88 truck?
Just don't jump out too far and get too big of a gap to give that 99 a chance. I believe I'd have him packed in behind me on the restart.
Yeah, I know if he gets clear of that outside, he'll probably run to the outside, but we'll see what happens.
But you don't think there's a chance he's going to stay with you?
I hope he does, but I don't think he will.
I wouldn't count on it, man. I think he would pass his dad or Kathy A. or Edith. I think he'd pass them and leave them hanging for a win. No doubt.
No doubt at all. But we'll go back to work, and we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Thanks for talking to us. Get your head back in the game and go win this thing.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man. You know, he'll be excited if he pulls this one off. If he's able to beat that 99 truck, who he knows is sitting there sniffing that lead.
Let's not count out old Jacob Alicia. He's kind of new to the league. He's ran fast. He's always had a fast truck just about every week out here. You know, he gets the right push. You never know. He could get a upset.
For sure, as you see the pace truck pull off on the pit lane here. In restart zone, and Mike Adamson is taking off right now. Good launch from him. He may not want to get too far out there, like you were telling him, clear of Alicia. That 99 truck's going to go to the outside.
Yep. I saw Albert look right there already. Looked like he's thought about it, but
he is clear.
Like everybody ducked George Rincon on the bottom. If Everett could get to him to get a push, that outside lane could go. But right now is Albert's chance to duck out because the outside lane has not got the momentum.
Not at all. They're completely organized on that bottom line there. But Mike Adamson, Albert Anderson, and Jacob Alicia, you do see they're making headway now. The 28 truck.
They got Mayberry and Dickerson with them too, and Trevor Robertson and Chris Gones. So that's some good guys up there.
And you see the 28/70 whatever is not willing to work. Oh no,
he got pushed in. Oh no!
All by his teammate.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Oh.
Caution is out.
6 caution, folks.
Big one. This is gonna.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Alan, I don't know, but right before the wreck happened, the admin jumped out and said no 3 wide, and I think maybe George forgot about the no 3 wide on the first lap rule. And when she said that, I don't know if he tried to hesitate and back off, and his teammate was pushing him. I think that was just a bad combination happening at the same time.
Yeah, you can see right here, he goes to go to the outside, not wanting to push that 99 truck because you don't want to. If he gets out there, you're not going to get a chance. And yep, you're right. 82 just didn't. He wasn't up there with him when 28 came back down, and we got another huge pile up because it happened towards the front of that field. Give us another look here towards the rear. Let's go on board with the 53 truck if I could find him real quick. Jeremiah Burke.
He was definitely in it. Or no, he missed it. He was right in the back of it.
This looks almost like the other one where you have that outside line, poof of smoke, and then look, it's just parking lot. Look how much he slows down.
Yeah, and that right there is a very smart driver. Saw it. He knew there wasn't nobody behind him, and what the best thing to do? Stop. Just stop.
Oh no, does he get hit right there? Oh, I thought he got hit right there. We'll see if he did.
I think he got clear. Yeah.
Here he comes. Almost got hit. Still got through. Well, don't know if we're probably gonna end up with green white checker here tonight. So you got Mike Adamson still has the lead, Jacob Alicia and Albert Anderson all up front there. Now you got another player, Jonathan Osborne, always dangerous at these plate tracks. Hell, anywhere we go, really. Andrew Cawthon, big, really fast plate racer. Tom Barish up front there, up 14 spots in 6th. And then Trevor Robertson 7th. Dustin Wade's in 8th. Chris Gomes, who had to go into the pit lane. I think he's hitting pit lane again right here. Maybe he was involved in that crash.
He was.
Yeah, so he's having to go back in. I thought for a second he might be making his way back towards the front, but we just we're looking at Jeremiah going through smartly, keeping his truck in one piece, and he is running there in the top 10 right now. Hoping for an even better night as we finish off these last few laps.
Yeah, so we're going to go green, white, checkered, and one thing that's going to happen, there's some guys that's trucks are just destroyed that's going to try to limp around, so we got to hope that they can maintain control.
Let's see if we can get us a quick word with somebody here.
How about Jacob Alicia? He's running 2nd.
Hey, Dustin Wade, this is Alan and Ricky in the booth. What do you got me?
Yeah, I got you guys. What's up?
Hey, man, you're up there in 8th position, coming to the final few laps here. You think you got a chance at this?
Depends, man. If we could stay green, I think I can get a few more spots. I made a bad decision, man. I shouldn't have pitted. I don't know why I did. I followed Gones in, and I'm glad I'm just back where I'm at right now.
Yeah, we saw you kind of fall back through there a little bit. We were wondering what the strategy was there, but I mean, you're back in a good spot now. Hopefully, at least a good finish running there in 8th right now, if not running for the win here. Hey, Rick, you got anything for our 68 truck here?
No, it just looks like you recovered from that pit stop, and you're going to have a good shot at least at a top 5. And you never know. They start banging up front. You just shoot a gap, and you might come home with the win.
Yeah, we'll see. The 2 trucks in front of me look like they're a little tore up, so I might be able to at least get them for sure. So let's hope for a top 5, man.
Well, thanks for talking to us. We appreciate it, Dustin. And were you in the main race drivers meeting, or were you in a different channel?
No, I'm in main racers drivers. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks for chatting with us and for the onboard camera tonight. We've been checking you out a couple times. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, that 68 truck is we're going now 1 to go.
So we are green, white, checker. And you'll have to remind me so you can forgive me because I can't remember. Do we have a rule in Vanquish or VRL where you are allowed to go 3 wide on a green, white, checker? Or is it no 3 wide on the first lap no matter what?
No, once we get to the green, white checker, we do allow 3 wide, but because you only have 2 laps to be able to make any moves here. It's unfortunate, okay. We get down to this, but Lori's in the chat saying she's nervous. I'm nervous too. I don't want them to pile it up. I want to just see a hard race to the very end. They are allowed to go 3 wide during this final restart since we're under the green, white checker.
Now, I'm not saying he should do anything nefarious, but if I was Mike Adamson, I would bring him down lower than you probably should to keep that 99 packed on my bumper and maybe stack him up behind me, take off, and hope there's a wreck, and then you've won the race. It's not the prettiest way to do it, but it is a strategy when you're the leader.
Well, if I have a feeling if he lets that 99 get a sniff of that lead, it's going to be all over for the competition. So
yeah, he's got to keep him on his bumper either way. He can't take off too quick.
Yeah, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have this pace truck pull off right here in just a moment, and we're going to hand the start of the race back over to the 88 machine, and we'll see who's going to win this. The next flag is going to end the race.
Green.
And we're back green. 88 gets a good launch there along with Jacob Alicia on the outside. We'll see if Jacob's able to hang on to the door there. That's going to be key for the 99. 81's coming up there. Yep.
He'll push, and he's right there.
It's about timing in inches here.
Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking behind it. It's over.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. But I am sure that Mike Adamson's fine with it.
Yeah. Dion Jones is on his side.
Here we go. Let's get a look at this. Riding on board with Aaron Warren. There it is right there. These two trucks here. That's a 38. And I can't tell who that is.
It's Dion Jones.
That's Dion? Okay. The Ford truck. Oh, he just hits him right back up in there.
Dion's the one that I saw on his side. So he must have a continued wreck.
Yeah, there he goes right there. He gets hit by the 6. It's just starting to pile it up there. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
So, folks, Mike Adamson has brought it home to victory tonight. Taking the white flag, he just has to make it around here and win this race. Everybody has to ride where they were running before that caution came out. A little bit anticlimactic. We don't have unlimited restarts here because it just turns into real world NASCAR where they're just wrecking each other for the win. So it's in their best interest not to wreck if possible. But I'm sure Adamson was worried about having to race that 99 machine, and it's worked out for him here tonight.
Yeah. Well, and the thing with all of this is I really wish iRacing would implement a way to toggle off, especially on a green, white, checkered, like turn the caution off on a green, white, checkered and let them race it out, because you're not going to come back around and into a truck that's stopped on the track when they're all piled together anyway. I wish you could race it out on a green, white, checkered in iRacing.
There's your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the 88 machine of Mike Adamson. Albert Anderson in 99 brings it home second. Jacob Alicia rounds out your podium in third. In the chat there, we got Joseph Canal saying, hey, man, love the broadcast. Still the best leagues in the business. Nice race. Hey, thank you, Joseph. Appreciate it, buddy. Did we miss anybody else in the chat there before we get ready for these interviews, Ricky?
No. We was pretty well caught up.
That sounds good. So the way we do this for the Vanquish Series, folks, is we interview your winner. And so we're going to get Mike Adamson up here momentarily. I'm sure he's going to be pretty psyched and stoked. We did talk to him a few laps ago, about 7 to go. He's like, I don't want to kind of jinx myself. So I'm glad. And honestly, we didn't put the broadcaster's curse on him. I think we kind of did with the 28 though.
Yeah, we might have with George Rincon will be back in the 28 next week.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if I can find him here. He's in his own. Yeah, there we go. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, folks, it's Alan. I'm back from the break here. We're going to get a word with your winning driver tonight here, the 88 machine of Mike Adamson. Hey, Mike, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we didn't jinx you on talking to you about, 7 or 8 to go there. How you feeling about this win tonight?
Good, I guess. I mean, I'll take it.
Well, I kind of expect a little more excitement out of you. Maybe you're just still trying to soak in the fact that you were able to pull this off tonight. Ricky, what do you have for our winning driver here, the 88 machine?
Yeah, I know you probably didn't want to win it like that with the cautions back to back there at the end, but you did what you had to do to keep the 99 from jumping out and getting that run on you. So it looked like you played it just right to take home the win tonight.
Yeah, I laid back a little, not laid back, but I backed up to him a little bit to try to, when we started, that way he was closer to me. He didn't get to my outside.
Yeah, it looked like there was an opportunity there for him to get out there. I think before the last caution, or the second to last caution, rather, but that's kind of triggered it off there whenever George went to the outside of him instead of trying to push him, and that caused that accident. But you did what you had to do, man. We take these wins how we can get them. Sometimes it happens like this. Sometimes you're racing for the last inch. So congratulations. What a great run.
Absolutely. And just an inside joke. Hey, Albert, I told you that truck tonight would look good in second place.
No doubt. Hey, man, before we let you go, do you have any shout outs for fans, family, or friends?
Oh, as always, I thank my wife. Without her, I don't get to do what I do. I thank all my kids, Dale, Taylor, Lane, Riley, all the guys back at the shop. We brought it home in victory lane. I also had my son actually over my shoulder tonight, spotting me, kind of watching my mirrors with me. So it was enjoyable.
All right, man, you did what you had to do, and you parked it in victory lane tonight. Congratulations, and we'll have an opportunity to talk to you next week as well when we get started again on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for the broadcast. It's wonderful as always. I'm going to go back and watch this one for sure. Thank Lori in the booth for admin, and y'all have a good night.
Hey, man, take care. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
That was your winning driver, the 88 machine of Mike Adamson out of Sanford, Florida. Well, Ricky, more eventful than I expected on the race tonight. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of works out like Daytona does sometimes. We make it to the green flag stop, then they wreck when they're trying to stop on green flag. We do it again, and then they wreck. I really wish it would have stayed green on that second cycle of green flag, because there was guys that had messed up coming into the pits. There was people pitting on different laps. It would have been interesting to see how it shook out, but it's Daytona, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. One last check on the chat. I see Kathy A in there saying, hey, a lot of wrecks tonight. Yeah, we sure did. We had some really wicked ones, two big ones essentially, which, you see wrecks, but not normally that with that many cars involved. And then you have Albert Anderson Sr. out there saying, wild and wacky race. Fun to watch, though. Good podium finish, son. Talking to his son in the 99 machine. Dylan Bryant got in there real quick after the race. Said, good win, Mike. And great job, Ricky and Alan in the booth. Hey, Dylan, we appreciate that, buddy. And for those of you watching out there, please make sure you like and subscribe. Support the league, support these drivers. And as always, Ricky, thanks for everything you do for us and for being in the booth with me. Any final thoughts?
Just look forward to next week.
Absolutely. So, and as always, I want to thank my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for everything she does for me personally, for this league, and for our family. We couldn't do it without her. That does it for this round, race fans. Remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you the next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.